Yeah, especially for the Earth Spirit, it's unusual heroes. We don't get to see him that many games, especially in the DPC Southeast Asia Tour 2. But when it comes, I think it's gonna be a very, very dangerous lane for the mid lane of the Apes Esport. Maybe that's the reason why they pick Puck with a high survive abilities in the middle lane, so you can just dodge all the rolling boulders and stuff.
Yeah, I would say Puck looking at this Storm Spirit and Spirit is definitely a very good pick because Puck versus Storm Spirit is an old school matchup, right? Whoever gets to coil and silence each other, whoever does it first, we have a lot of advantage. But if you look at DP plus Tiny though, these two heroes doesn't care about Puck that much. So I think Mamang Daya's goal in this game and role as well is to very much just to be here to shut down the Storm Spirit and also the Earth Spirit and leave the front line to the Chaos Knight and also Hoodwink to burst down because they do have a lot of bursting damage coming up from the ABC spots here.
Oh, what about the questions that Tiny versus Chaos Knight in a very late game, let's say like 40 minutes in? What do you think?
I think Tiny would definitely feel a little bit more comfortable here, especially when you have such a good backup coming out from DP and also Earth Spirit. I think they offers you a lot of survivability, and also DP versus a Strength Core is always pretty nice, right? Because you get Siphon for the percentage base damage. So I feel like there is a very good chance we might see this DP as a tree for Masaros to play around with the Earth Spirit, and they might be looking for their position 5 here, and it will be a Pokna.
But don't you worry about the Team MTG kind of lack of some certain disable skills? If you take a look, it's only Avalanche Torch and maybe some kick from Earth Spirit and Storm Spirit pulling back, but that's no other easy stunner from them.
Yeah, that is true, which is why I think this hot pick is gonna be so good. If he can survive the initial blow coming from Storm Spirit and Earth Spirit, I think Mamandai should be having a pretty good time in this game. And there's some very good targets for him to go for as well. The Storm, the Pokna, these are very good target for the Puck to instantly bring down.
Yeah,
And we have
true.
seen Mamandaya Puck before. If he's able to have a good start, he will be able to fulfill the roles very well. This last pick though, coming up from the Apes, I feel like it's gonna be a hero that you need to find a very good hero to go up against Tiny because CK alone, he's not gonna be able to just solo Tiny by himself. They are gonna go for the Underlord. Wow.
Interesting. This is going to be a damage absorber. That at first I thought it was going to be the Tide Hunter or some tanker that can stay in the front line, like you say, to absorb all the damage and trying to be like the wall for all the backliners of the esports. I haven't seen people pick Underlord in this DPC season yet. This probably might, I'm not sure, maybe the first Underlord of this tournament, just to deal with Tiny specifically.
Yeah, I think Underlord has been a hero that's slowly gaining some popularity, especially if anyone is a fan of OG. You will see Amar has been playing a lot of this hero. And then in paper, it does sound good against tanky heroes, right? Because your Firestorm does percentage base damage, and also most importantly, I think the Pit of Malice is super good here against heroes like a Storm, against heroes like a Spirit. Not to mention, there's a lot of chain stuns coming up from the AFC Sports. I think their team fight is gonna be really fun to watch. But I worry a little bit when it comes to damage department because Shadow Demon Puck, you are really not offering too much damage to the tanky heroes like DP and also Tiny.
I see. That was a very good point. Yeah, in a very late game, the physical damage of Tiny and also Storm Spirit probably gonna overcome the Apes Esports lineup, but we'll have to see. Maybe in the late game, they might turn that limb Hoodwink into a little bit of the damage dealer too.
Yeah, I feel like this sharpshooter coming out from Hoodwink is gonna be the key for them to catch someone and quickly burst it down. Because if you look at MTG, right, they don't really have a save. Pokna could be a save, but you really don't want to decrypt anyone that's about to get hit by the sharpshooter, right? So you don't really have heroes that can build force stuff as well. So it feels like a reliable way for them to save is maybe for us to throw in and kick someone out, so that that guy can dodge the sharpshooter. But execution-wise, is gonna be the key for this game. I think whoever can execute well in a team fight is gonna have a very great advantage.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in game number 1, Team Apes Esports versus Motivate.Trust Gaming. Best of 3 starts right here. I'm going to do some quick intro for Apes on the Radiant side. We have G-Croy on Chaos Knight, Darlau on the Underlord, UK on the Shadow Demon, Lim on Hoodwink, and Mamang Daya on Puck. Mind if I leave the MTG side to you? Leon?
Yeah, we have got Boom Boy, for the Pokna, Tiger on Esprit, and obviously Gacha Boy on his very famous Storm Spirit, Masaros DP, and also Toy on the Tiny. Something that he has been playing a lot of time on Toy. So I would say this is definitely one of his most comfortable hero alongside the TA and also Medusa. So I'm really looking forward to see how Motivate.Trust can pull out this draft because it feels like they are on their comfortable draft here.
Yeah.
What can
The,
you
the
do,
scary thing
brother?
about Toy Tiny is the last time that he picked Tiny in the DPC Southeast Asia Tour 2, it was a lost game between versus Team Army Genesis. Hopefully this time around it's gonna be different. Alright, down to Reviver, trying to just get some body rune. It seems to be a trade 2 for 2.
It's gonna be a peaceful one. You know, it feels like both teams they understand how important this series is. So, you know, first game of the series. Let's take a slower approach.
Come
Both teams are being
on,
a
man. You think
gentleman.
gonna be like super passive? Do you think like in the first 10 minutes? 5 kills in the
Maybe,
first 10 minutes?
maybe. I'm really looking forward to game two. I feel like game two is gonna be the bloodbath game because both teams
Okay.
are gonna get warm up ready. And then the loser of the first game, which is this one, is definitely going to be a lot more aggressive.
True. Let's see if it's gonna be like that. Wait, let me adjust something. Okay, yeah, in the first 5 minutes of the game, yeah, I am going to be quite worried because I am controlling the camera and I don't want to miss the first blood, so I'm trying to split my eyes into 3. Oh, okay.
It's okay. I'll be the one shouting for kills if I ever see one.
Yeah.
But so far, like you say, man, it has been pretty passive. We don't see anyone trying to make some kills. Both sides are just looking to farm, really. And top lane, though, this Underlord versus Tiny is pretty interesting because I feel like when you're going up against Tiny, you know, this hero is really good in securing last hit, but Underlord on the other side might be actually coming out on top of this securing last hit battle because he has already get the atrophied aura at level 1, so this is gonna help him deny creeps a lot easy.
Do you think he gonna max the aura, like go for level 3 at level 5 or something?
I think so actually because
What, really?
looking at his build, he has already going for Girl for Haste, and this is the exact build that Amar did. And what Amar did was to max out a trophy aura and just sit on the lane, constantly harassing you. He's not gonna go for kills. He's just gonna right click you down and deny every single creep in front of your face. I feel like the low may be going for that approach.
Man, I hate. I remember back then I used to play a Spectre, and then I faced Underlord in the lane where he maxes level the Atrophy Aura. Man, that's hell. Imagine I play
Yeah.
Spectre with no Quelling Blade.
Exactly. Toy is lucky that he's a tiny here and not something like a TA or Medusa because that lane is gonna be a lot more horrible.
Oh, while we were talking, seems like there's some heavy fight down at the bottom, so I think we might have to have a close look at this lane instead of the top lane where they just wanna last hit creeps. I think the with the stun of Chaos Knight potentially could do something.
Yeah, the thing about CK is that we are already seeing a lot more CK recently because of the flexibility that he has. I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't want to put this here on the low though, because we talk about how CK versus Tiny, right? Might not be so favorable for CK when it comes to the late game, so it seems that they're not looking for an answer from the safe lane. Instead, they're looking for answer from off lane, which they go for the Underlord. So I'm really intrigued to see how this CK is going to play out, especially without any buffs, right? Because normally we see CK with IO, with something like an Augur, but in this game, there's really no buff for him.
Yeah, that's a very good point. You know, CK IO is always the thing that CK Ogre as well. Man, it's do you think is it possible to see? Oh wait, CK now start using the Chaos Bolt. I was about to say, I remember like years ago, if you oh wait, where is that happening? In the most peaceful lane on top, and then we have the first blood over there.
Yeah, that was great play coming here from Toy. He
Let me
managed
know
to
what
find an angle.
happened.
He managed to find an angle to toss Lim back to the tower range, and then he just go for the one right click into the tree grab throw, and he was able to get the first blood. So very good play coming from Tiny. Because if you look at CS, he's already struggling a lot, right, when it comes to the CS. So getting a kill like that is super big for Toy.
Man, that's good. That's good. Hopefully. Okay. I'll try not to miss again. Man, it's quite hard.
That's on me, Xyclopz, because I didn't shout for you.
Yeah, it's
That's
okay.
on me.
Yeah, I was about to say about the CK, like the do you remember back then the way that Eternal Envy play his hard carry? He even titled himself as the sacrificial hard carry. That means he doesn't need like a care from the support or anything. He's fine if he's dying. Just make sure that he creating space, and then he can always come back with a Terror Blade. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think in this case, CK might be even better one, right? Because Phantasm got a big buff. It used to have a super long CD, now it's only 75 seconds. So we are seeing more and more CK coming up because of this reason, because you can always pop it to push out lanes, you can have a very good wave to flash farm as well. And yeah, I do think that the stun is going to be very valuable though, because if you somehow get like a more than 2-second stuns on a hero like Storm, you are gonna get yourself a very easy kill.
Yes, okay. I think they might try it on Masaros, but Masaros turned on his Spirit Siphon. A fake. Reality Rift. Back to the tower. It's fine.
This lane is so hard for him for Jikroy and UK to find any kills, because if anything, Osprey can always kick someone away, and Masaros, he doesn't mind going for a trade hit battle here as well. Because you look at his item, he has Infused Raindrop, he also has 2 levels on Siphon. So if they really want to make a move on Masaros, I think he's more than happy to fight back.
Alright, I am looking at the top lane. Wow, 6 minutes in, only 1 kills on top. A very passive one indeed. Okay. It seems like they're just trying to make sure that all the cores get the item they need, get the level they need, and then just start to roam maybe around 12 minutes in. Tigger, rolling boulder across the rune and pick up the haste rune. He's on haste, level 3, start attack on UK. What's he gonna do next? Maybe go back to the lane, I think.
Oh, he stole the bounty?
First? Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, that's a pretty good play coming out from Tigger. He managed to steal the rune coming out from Mamandaya, and there's still another bounty rune. And now he's going back to the bottom lane. He's pretty high level as well. 3 levels in 6.5 minutes. I wouldn't say it's really high, but it's not that bad for a hero like Osprey, especially when this is such a quiet game.
Alright, G-Croy now level 5. Just last hitting the creep. The leading on the network right now is G-Croy on the Chaos. Nice second place. The Storm Spirit doing not bad. Gacha Boy in the middle lane. This is actually one of his favorite heroes as well. We might get to see his roam out of the middle soon.
Very slow.
Okay. Mamandaya, this is the second time that he's getting gone on by the Storm Spirit. It's more like a little threat to Mamandaya.
Just flirting a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tigger wasn't around, so he still wanted to put some pressure into the lane though, just to make sure that Mamandaya knows that this kind of Q trade is always gonna come. And if you look at Gacha Boy, he's already going back to the jungle. That's a lot of stacks for him to clear right now.
Good. Well, compliment to the support. Stacking is also very important in this lane, in this game for both sides, especially for the for MTG side.
Especially in a quiet game like that, right? When there's no kills happening at all, it's really this kind of stack that's really pulling out ahead of the net worth. If you look at the Apes side, there's really no stacks, even though you have a Shadow Demon that's great in doing that, but UK hasn't been focusing stacking at all.
Okay, dropping the Dream Coil for the first time, and looks like Storm Spirit, Gacha Boy stuck in there. It's gonna be fine. Not seem to be any worried because it's 2 supports here in the middle. Level 4 and level 4, it's time to just dive in, finding support nearby the mid-tier tower. Disruption on himself, trying to buy some time, but once he comes out, he was blasted by a Nether Blast.
Good rotation coming out from MTG. You don't really see the enemy offlane moving to your mid lane so early on, especially when he's only level 5. Masaros is moving the lane very early on here. I think he understands that without the Spirit, he might stand a chance dying to the CK when CK is already level 6. So Masaros just quickly move to the mid lane, find a kill for his team, and then move back to the bottom lane to farm the to receive the wave under the tower. So all in all, it's still quite a quiet game. And I just want to point out Delu. I think he's really going exactly to the Amar build. 3 points of Trophy Aura already, plus the power threads.
Oh, yeah.
This is a really fast farming build coming out from Underlord.
True. He didn't even, I always go for the Underlord with an Arcane Boot, which is, I always doubt myself, is this the best boot he can get? But Yeah. The
There
tower
is
trade.
always a better build, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Soul Ring can just replace my Arcane Boot anyway.
Mm.
And maybe a little bit of the neutral items.
I guess it's on your on your mentality on how you want to play this hero. Because
Oh yeah, true.
back then, people play Underlord as a utility kind of hero, but Amara kind of just bring out this very new meta of playing every single offlane heroes. I feel like every single offlane heroes you just play as a carry. So you start going for phase build, you start going for power threats, and I feel like this is a little bit revolutionary, and especially on Underlords, a hero that definitely has a lot of carrying potential when you
true.
have a spell like a Trophy Aura that can allow you to burst out so much DPS damage.
Yeah. Well, when I think about Underlord, I always think about the Firestorm. That's all I do, you know, make it rain
Me
and then
too,
just stay
actually.
from afar. Well, at the bottom lane, it seems like they're gonna catch the Dead Prophet for the first time. Chaos Bolt and also the link from that lane teleported down by the support trying to save the cores. It seems to be a little bit saying hi between two sides. Okay.
The Apes, they are very calm there. They understand that, just poking this DP under her tower is very dangerous because the TP can always come in, and DP is a very tanky hero. So they force rotation, they instantly back out. So for MTG to salvage this rotation, they instantly spoke to the mid lane as well. Now Masaru is level 7. If they want to pop Exo for this mid tower, they could. They're also seeing Chikrai though.
Smoke getting nearer and nearer to Decry and turn on the ultimate exorcism. Rolling border in, border smash. How can they stop that CK? No way. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
figure
this,
a little
I think this is a point that we mentioned during the drafting table that don't you worry about the lack of this reliable stun. And that's what happened.
Yeah, I think for now, if you want to go for a reliable kill, you need Gachapon to be the one leading the squad. You need him to jump in to use the electric vortex, but he hasn't been feeling comfortable to do so because you're up against the puck, right? If you go in, oh look at
that.
my boy.
Yeah, dropping a Dream Coil. Look at the damage output from Decry. Only 2 hits. The first hits were the critical damage. Man, 588 critical damage on the support. That's hella damage, man.
Yeah, that's the power of the Amulet, man, and also 4 levels on Chaos Strike as well. So I feel like CK here is always gonna enjoy getting easy kills like that. And the team fight for Chaos has always been the team fight before BKB. So that's something that MTG, they're not looking forward to right now. It seems like both teams, they are very happy just farming, just killing.
Yeah,
Everyone is just focusing on farming right now.
There is a point I want you to explain to me and also the audience about the optimizations of Gacha Boy. Why would he even go for the first item BKB? I mean, you were talking about he need to be the one who leading the charge when it comes to the micro ganks, but going for the BKB first, don't you think he's gonna lack the power of the damage and also the gank?
I think his understanding here is exactly what we say. He needs to be the one going in first, but he's also buying this item to make sure that when he goes in, he's able to get out. Because we talk about a puck effect, right? If you goes in and get coil or silence, you're instantly dead. There's no save coming out, or I should say, reliable save from Motivate.Trust Gaming. So the only way for you to salvage that risk is to buy an item for it, and BKB is the best item here.
Okay.
And it's also allows you to get out from Dream Coil instantly, because for now, if you want to look for the puck Dream Coil Pierce's magic immunity, you need to wait for level 25. So before that, it's always going to be free for him to zip out of the Dream Coil when he has the BKB. So I do think this is a very smart item coming from Gacha Boy. Once the BKB is up, we can expect them to take a lot more scrimmages.
Okay, we'll see. Maybe start with the fight at the bottom lane. UK was the only one there. It seems like MTT looking for a gang and maybe a wrap up with the tower as well. UK hanging out there. He's gonna die real fast with that avalanche on the toss, but hey. Yep, he's gone. Here we go with the Dream Coil on 2, and Dalao in the middle of the fight. He's a Trophy Aura's gonna play the big role around here. He starts flashing people in the front line, but just not enough damage though. The damage output from Team MTT is stronger in the early phase of the game, and now they get 3 kills chasing on the puck as well. They are not gonna chase until the end of the world. They will go back and try to take down the mid-tier 1 tower. I'm sorry, bottom tier 1.
That's a huge commitment coming from MTG. I believe the Apes, they weren't expecting so many numbers coming up from Trust for this tier 1 tower. Because most of the time when we are looking to defend tier 1 tower, is that when the enemy is weak, but now it's 14 minutes.
Yeah, they want to go for round 2 and take a look at that. They still want to commit even though they have no Dream Coil. Dalao back to the scene again. He teleported down and started off with a Firestorm. He needs to run away from the drain. Spirit Siphon being stopped by the Disruption flying in. Gacha Boy, I'm not sure if he has the BKB. He doesn't have it, but he just wants to save his teammates though. Die for 2 times in a row for Dalao. That's gonna hurt him big time. Double kill for Gacha Boys. Still trying to find someone in the tree line. They found him. It's going to be another additional prize for Team MTG.
Oh, we're starting to see the lack of damage here coming up from the Apes, Xyclopz. They had a lot of pretty nice disable, the Koi, the Bushwhack, the stuns coming up for CK, but they were never able to connect that into real damage output.
Yeah.
Like, Puck went in first, get the double Dream Coil, but then there's just no damage follow-up coming out from the entire team at all. And if you look at MTG, they've got Exorcism that's gonna be up and running for quite a long while. They've got, the Nether Wards, max level Nether Wards by the way, from Boomboy, and that's always gonna be doing reliable damage. So this early game, the differences in terms of damage is starting to get unmatchable coming out from the Apes and also Motivate.Trust. I'm surprised that the Apes keep going for this tier 1 tower defense, because this is something that we don't see very often, right? The teams normally just sacrifice this tower for more farm, but Apes, they wanted to take 2 fights in a row and they lost that pretty miserably.
Yeah, 2 things I want to point out. First thing, you did a very good point out during the drafting table about the lack of the damage from the Ape side, because the only damage source seems to be Chaos Knight. And one more thing is the itemization. I mean, yeah, Underlord, okay, you go for the Rod of Atos is gonna help it a lot, but don't you think going for the damage output when you... Oh wait, another fight. UK about to go down. Okay, that's gonna be a kill. Man, this is not looking good at all for Team Apes Esports. It seems like they're falling apart.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird to see Underlord with the role of Atos, but
yeah, right.
does not have a point on People of Malice. I could say that's a little bit awkward. So I feel like the low is waiting desperate to get to the level 11 mark right now.
I mean, okay, Rod of Atos. Oh, seems to be useful this time around, and Dalao finished that target off. That's gonna be the second kill of the team.
Yeah, this is always going to be a very reliable damage output for them. If they're able to connect all their spells together, they will be able to have a very strong single target burst. But that's the thing, right? You are bursting down one target. How about the rest? If you are bursting down the Storm, there'll be DP, coming in with Exo, there'll be Tiny. If you burst down the other, there's always going to be another 2 cores that are offers so high damage coming out from Motivate.Trust side. And it's always going to be hard for them to kill more than 2 cores simultaneously. So I feel like that's going to be the biggest trouble here coming out from the Apes, because all these things that they couldn't do, Motivate.Trust, they can do it very well on their side.
Man, that doesn't sound good for the Apes Esports supporters. Well, the game is still too soon to say who's going to win this one. Mom and Dada have a get caught in the tree line. And that's going to be a good opportunity for Team MPT to push the bomb lane as well. Maybe dealing a little bit of the damage to the Volunteer 2 tower. But at the same time, the Apes is just grouping up on top and trying to push top tier 2 tower as well. Maybe a tower trade this time.
Man, by the way, Xyclopz, this is a nasty combination that we are seeing here. Pogna plus Storm. Especially a Storm that's going for BKB, you might think, where is the mana regen coming from? You have no Orchid. So there's the walking power bank coming from Boy.
Okay, got caught once again for UK. Inside his own triangle. He's trying to maybe play some Observer Ward to spot the invader, but that's where he lays. Yeah, the walking power bank. I love that one.
Yeah, and also that he maxed out the Nether Ward, so he doesn't care if he's able to use any of the Nether Blast or Decraptify Limb though.
Rolling boulder match on top. That's not looking good. Hoodwing about to get caught. Rolling boulder in for Tika. Dropping some Magnetize. Decent damage. This is actually the second time Croy uses his ultimate. Fantastic. But once he just he killed one though. He's trying to drain some HP back, can't he? His teammate trying to save him so hard, but it's just not enough to stand. Boomboy also drained the HP out.
Yeah, just look at him refueling everybody up. And he does have the Tranquil and also Soul Ring, so he'll never run out of mana. this is a very cool way of playing position 5 nowadays, and we have been seeing a lot of a lot of region doing this same thing as well. It's really fun to watch.
Wow.
I'm not sure if it's fun to watch, but if you're the core of MTG side, you're definitely gonna enjoy this free refill coming out from Boomboy.
Alright, let's take a look at the map control of the Apes. Map seems to be very dark. They have the observer wards down the river and also one inside of the... Okay. I didn't even notice that. It seems to be a solo kill.
Yeah,
Tiny.
that was the first review of the Shadow Blade, so Mamang got caught off guard by it. It seems like for the Apes right now, they are going back to play the split push game. So we haven't seen them really taking a fight together anymore after they failed the bottom tier 1 tower defense. So far it has really just been split pushing all 3 lanes. And you know what? That's the very good news for Motivate.Trust, because their hero love catching you alone at the side lanes. You have got Tiny with the Shadow Blade, you have got Storm, they love just jumping on you who are split pushing alone. And I worry that game plan is gonna come to fruition for the Apes, because if they're playing this way, they're gonna be playing into the strength of Motivate.Trust gaming.
That's true, and when it comes to the late game, I couldn't tell if ZK can stand the power of a well farmed Tiny, and also the exorcism and the Storm Spirit too. So when it's got stronger late gamers for Team MPG. I don't think they have to rush at all. Just like you say, it's supposed to be Apes who play attacking games. But hey, this one using the Pit of Malaise, and Gacha Boy easily ball lightning away from the circle. And the rest of Team MPG looking to attack.
Oh, this is the timing, Xyclopz. Orchid is coming.
Here we go with the smoke flying up to the higher ground, to the triangle. A little bit too deep, but he has a BKB. Gacha Boy, great optimization from them. Pull the support back. Easy kill on the back line. Once the back line gone, the front line falls. 2 down for Team Apes. Mamang Daya, however, still brings some good news to Team Apes. It kills the invader Ticker being brought behind the enemy line. And the rest of Team MPG retreated back into the Rochan pit. Let's see if there will be a contest from the Apes.
This could be a good timing for the Apes to fight though if they want to go for it. Exorcism is wearing down. There's no BKB on Storm Spirit at all. This could be their timing. Jikroy, he's walking in.
Time to go, and he activated his Phantasm. It looks like Tony just retreated out from the Rochan pit. He's still on, hanging around in front of the pit. And now start to fight on the BKB for Decoy, going straight for the Tiny toe-to-toe fight for the first time between the carry number 1. A little bit of skill spam. Still no winner of the big team fight. Maserots flying on the higher ground. Storm Spirit trying to find the back line. Who's gonna go down the river? It's gonna be UK. Mamang Daya slash of Dark Boy. That's not good. Not looking good for Team MPG at all. They are in control for all whole game. But if they lose this one, they might shaky a little bit. However, they get it back. Toy appear from nowhere, from behind, avalanche on the Toy, and smack them in the tree. Down low falls.
That was a sick 4-man silence coming out from Masaros. He has the Arcane to play with it as well. That's why he's able to spend so much round of skills there. Can they defend this time? I don't think so. You have no Phantasm, you have no Puck with you, and look at Boomboy, man.
Crazy
every single time, every single fight after it, he'll just be there healing his core to the full.
Ooh. They are about to drop on this one now, rolling Boulder and kicking back. Boulder smash back into the pit, almost hit with the avalanche. Maseroy is on godlike. We always see Toy and also Gacha Boy in the spotlight, but we rarely spot a Maseroy who playing behind the scene, and he has all the kill.
It's true. He has 9 kills right now. Like, this is and not true, for everyone. This is the first pick DP, by the way, and it's completely going unpunished so far. You do have the quote-unquote good heroes for her, but then again, the Masaros, when you're playing these flawless, and look at his itemization as well. BKB plate mill. This guy, he doesn't want to die at all.
I'll take that.
True. It would be very hard for him to die right now at the moment. Toy holding on the edges, a smoke on the higher ground, ready to go down for a fight. 4-man smoke. Toy in the front line. The formation is very important for both sides, especially for Team the Apes. The positioning of the supports need to be clean. But the front line, like Underlord, cannot make kills as well if they want to win in a team fight. Not this time. Underlord falls quite fast.
I'm getting a second wind.
Eager, he's just going for more.
Yeah.
He won't be able to find Croy.
Needs to turn the BKB just to get away from that. And in the front line, still some fighting going on. Gacha Boy, they're catching here and there. UK seems to be, man, a perfect dinner for Gacha Boy in the moment. Oh, what? Man,
a little bit too far, my friend. A little bit too far.
Yeah. It all started from here. I mean, all these small things. Who knows? That might be a turnaround this game. Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that if you want to win a Dota 2 game these days, especially a competitive game in Southeast Asia, you just have to play 100% clean because things were so unpredictable.
No, that is absolutely true. I think Boom Boy, he absolutely understands this as well. He understands that this game, you know, there's still a very slight chance for the Apes to come back, so he went for this very early jam, Xyclopz. 25 minutes jam. So this is gonna remove all of the remaining vision coming out from the Apes. Not like there's a lot left, there's just one more left, but at this point there will be nothing left on the map for the Apes to play around with.
Look at the win prop, only 5% for Apes at the moment. They didn't even lose the barracks. Man, this is so... Okay, let's see, 5%, right?
13k goal lead, man. 14k right now with Gacha Boy solo killing Mamandaya once again. This game is not easy at all. And we spoke about how Gacha Boy has had a very good itemization in this game, right? If you look at Mamandaya, he went for Dagger. Wishblade has nothing to dispel the Orchid coming out from Gacha Boy.
Yeah, the item order is just perfect, like you said, man. At first, I kind of doubt about going for the BKB first. I think I was like, what? Come on, man. Go for Orchid first. Your team needs you in a ganking game. But yeah, but it just makes sense going for the BKB first. It's just safe and makes him more comfortable to play. Well, even though there seems to be so far ahead, but Team MTG still cannot use the edges to go up to the high ground. So
yeah, it feels like they are. It feels like they are playing very cautious here. They don't want to give, you know, the slight chance for the Apes to come back at all. So they've been playing really clean. Bottom Gacha Boy, you know, TP down to force the BKB from G-Croy. That's the second time G-Croy has to TP in TP out.
Okay, looks like he want to use the Aegis immediately. If you go down right here, it's going to be back real quick. Full HP, full mana. Somebody is being brought out of the base. It's going to be Dalo. Turn the BKB and teleport back to the fountain. Right now, Toy being left in front of the top tier 3 towers, but he easily walk away. Okay, Demonic Purse has been used already on Toy. So I wonder what is left to defend the top tier 3 towers. And there goes, here we go. Rolling boulder in, boulder smash, flying, ball lightning in, drop some Manacry as well. Turn on the disruption, trying to buy some time and save his teammate Mamandaya for the same time. Gacha Boy, BKB flying away.
Oh, the Koi is used? It's not gonna hit anybody though. It feels like MTG, they want to kind of hang around here, maybe look for a return kill. Masaros.
I think so. Maybe a fake beat. What a game. Hard game for both sides. Even though the win probability say like 4% only for Apes right now, it still feels like that's so high chance for coming back. I mean, if Team MTG made a little bit of mistake, so.
Stupendous.
I think MTG, they are definitely feeling that as well. I think this attributes to the power of split push coming out from the Apes. You know, their heroes are pretty great in split pushing. You can always use Puck. He's very elusive. At this point, he has Yos already, so doesn't have to worry about the Storm Spirit so much. And CK can always also send out illusions to just clear waves. Not to mention, Underlord is an amazing high ground defender. So it feels like there's still a lot of room to play here for the Apes. Which is why Motivate.Trust, they are respecting that a lot. And they've been just playing very disciplinedly so far.
Alright. But right now, they take control of the triangle, which is going to be quite hard for Team Apes to push away from the base. And grouping up at the bottom lane. Majority of the players of Team Apes trying to take out one tier 1 towers and probably gonna take out 2.
Do they want to go for the high ground push? It seems like Toy wants to go for it. Or at least force some of the heroes to come back to defend this.
Oh, look at the damage from that Toy.
Just two. Just
Man,
two
that's
right
two.
clicks.
2 times. John.
Let's go, Toy. I know you want to whack it.
Yeah. 2 times, come on. Oh, he was stopped by the pit of Malise. But 2 times easily take down the range barracks. Dropping a Dream Coil, but he breaks it immediately. Half HP already for Toy, being well supported by the backliners. Yeah, the positioning of Boom Boy is very, very good. Look at that. He always staying behind the tree, and just give his teammate HP.
Yeah, during the drafting phase, we pointed out that Puck, the Koi rig doesn't do too much thing to the Tiny or DP. These are the heroes that love to just stand still and fight you back. So I'm a little bit surprised that Momodai actually used the Koi to stop Tiny there. So which means that for another 30 seconds, they won't be able to find another chance to fight, because you need to wait for the Koi to come back up online again.
What I feel about this game is Chaos Knight is a little bit too quiet. I mean, he doesn't have that big impact in the game, whether it's going to be in lane or in the team fight. Hopefully he can. Okay, his support's going to go first. A double hit from the Expo Sabers, and a toss and easy kill.
It's always going to be hard to play a position 5 into a Tiny in this point, because ever since Avalanche got changed from stun duration per interval increased from 0.2 to 3.
Oh, they're flying in a little bit too deep right in front of the tier 4 tower, but just not have enough the damage to make it happen. 1 down already. That's gonna be at least 1 set of racks. MTG looking to finish the game right here, right now, whacking everything that they see in their sight. Here we go with the Glyph. Not looking good now for the Apes. Keep in mind that if they lose this series, their record gonna be down to 1-6. And high chance for them to relegate it from the Division 2, so that they have to do what it takes to defend his final set of racks, it seems. Man. But they seem powerless at the moment.
It's just way too hard to play into Tiny plus DP right now. If you ever want to commit on them, there's always going to be the Electric Vortex, and by the way, it's an Aghanim Scepter Electric Vortex, so that's going to be a mini black hole.
Okay. Hey, dropping quite low for that Tiny. He also need to be careful, don't get complacent. Here we go with the smoke. They're just gonna charging out the base, looking for something after the big loss. Nope. So this is gonna be quite an easy retreat back to the base, regen, and come back for the last set of racks on the bottom lane for Team MTG.
What's the play here coming from Apes? It's so hard to tell, because it feels like they need to go to the backline first. At least you need to take down the Poke now. You need to take down the Storm if you can.
Here we go with the BKB, and that's a pass. Get rid of a UK Toy. Double kill too quick. Next one gonna be G-Croy. GG has been called. 1-0 to Team MTG.
What a good showing coming up from Motivate.Trust. I feel like from drafting to playing to executing, they are always on top of the Apes esports, especially with this double pick coming out from Swan Spirit plus the Earth Spirit. It absolutely demolished everything that the Apes esports want to do with these 2 supports. Now, what's your play here? Playing Shadow Demon and Hoodwink, two very squishy backline supports against these 2 very aggressive spirits. There's really not much room for you to perform, and not besides that, Motivate.Trust, the entire game, they executed their draft really well as well. So you have to give big props to their coach who did this drafting, and also the players for executing the plan.
Man, if you take a look at the graph of the game, you can see that it is pretty one-sided game, a well-controlled game throughout 32 minutes for MTG. What a great performance in the first game of the series. Keep in mind, may I remind you guys once again how crucial this series is. So I think in the second game of the series between the 2 is going to be more and more bloodbath, just like you mentioned just now. But before we get into game 2, let's take a break and look at some apps. We'll be right back around 10 minutes.